èmi nìkan ló yẹ. Ìwọ lọ́lọ́run mi, ìwọ ẹlẹ́dà mi, ọba àwọn ọba, olúwa olúwa, ọba títí láyé, kò lè yí padà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ kò bẹ́ẹ̀ kò wá.
Màá jẹ́ ayé 5 minutes. Orí ti tó báyìí.
Títí ayé. Ṣé kí n má ṣe protocol?
Máa palẹ̀ mọ́ sí.
Ṣé kí n má ṣe protocol? Ó dáwọ́ tí ni má ṣe protocol.
Ó yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe, ó ti mà.
Ok.
Ìyámà ni mo jẹ́.
Mo mọ̀. I wonder, associate and felicitate with His Imperial Majesty, the great people of Ife, and the entire Yoruba race on this historic 10th Coronation celebration. I will start my address by first commending our royal father for conferring the prestigious title of Yeye Asiwaju Ilẹ̀ Oòduà on the mother of the nation, our amiable First Lady, Her Excellency Senator Oluremi.
That was the viral video of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Remi Tinubu, where she embarrassed the governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke. It's a video that had gone viral, but it was the clearest indication of the animosity between the Tinubus and Governor Adeleke. So what is the scene? What are the sins of Adeleke that he committed against the Tinubus, against the First Lady, and the Tinubus in general, that is likely to cost him re-election in 2026? Don't forget that Ademola Adeleke was elected governor of Osun State. He became governor November 2022, after winning the July 16, 2022 governorship election in that state. But what is his offense? What is his sin against the family of the Tinubu or the Tinubus? His number one sin was that he defeated the cousin of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Adeyeye Enitan. By defeating Adeyeye Enitan in November, that's in 2022, at a time when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was struggling to show that he is the political leader of the Southwest and that he is the person that needs to get the presidential ticket of the APC. That defeat of his cousin in Osun was devastating politically. So it was a big blow. The opponents of Tinubu celebrated it because to them, Tinubu's loss, the loss of his cousin, was the loss of Tinubu. And Tinubu is believed to be from Osun State, his ancestral state, while Lagos State, his adopted state, where he was governor for 8 years. So the defeat of his cousin, Oyetola, who was looking for second time at that time and was stopped by Adeleke, was a big political blow. The political enemies of Tinubu celebrated it very well, that it was a demystification of Tinubu. So that is his number one sin against the First Lady and the family. Now, to add insult to injury, the number two is that Adeleke, having won the governorship of Osun State and has been cleared by the Supreme Court in 2022, when the 2023 election came, and Tinubu had already emerged as the presidential candidate of the APC, it was alleged that Adeleke refused to support Tinubu. Adeleke refused to support Tinubu. Although Adeleke is of the PDP, Tinubu is of the APC. Because of Yoruba affinity, it was expected that many of them would flow along with Tinubu. And many did. If you remember, Seyi Makinde, he's also a PDP governor, like Adeleke. But he played ball. He ensured that Bola Ahmed Tinubu defeated the PDP candidate, Atiku Abubakar, in the 2023 election. So, Seyi Makinde delivered Oyo State to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the Tinubus. So, he played the ethnic card, and it was well received by the Tinubus, what he did. But Adeleke, instead of playing along with the Tinubus, he was a loyal party man. He supported Atiku Abubakar to the end. And Atiku Abubakar defeated Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Osun State, his ancestral home, allegedly. His ancestral home. And that was also a big blow that the Tinubus did not take lightly. That Tinubu lost in his ancestral state. And that was the same problem Tinubus are having with Peter Obi. Don't forget that one of the devastating blows that came out of Tinubu emerging as president in 2023 was the defeat of Tinubu in Lagos by Peter Obi. The Igbos are still paying the price for that in Lagos State, as I talk to you. So the Tinubus didn't take it lightly. And there have been viral videos of the First Lady on what she said they will do to the Igbos. And those things she said are now being practically demonstrated with the level of Igbos their properties being demolished in Lagos and all that. You understand? So that is a very big sin that Ademola Adeleke committed against the Tinubus. And to compound his problem, which is why but I will show you why this will affect his re-election. To compound his problem, you know, Ademola Adeleke is now preparing for re-election in 2026. To compound his problem, the cousin of Tinubu, Adebola, is planning to contest again in 2026, naturally. But before he left office as governor, he conducted local government election and put in local government chairman. When Adeleke became governor, Adeleke went to court to nullify the chairman that Adebola put before leaving. And the supporters of Adeleke were saying that Adebola did not conduct the election until after he lost the election. He didn't conduct local government election until after he lost. So it was like a trap they set for Adeleke, and he fell into it. As a result of that, the local government chairman that Tinubu's cousin put in place are the one now recognized, and the ones that Adeleke put in are not recognized. Because of this back and forth, the federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has seized the local government allocation for Osun State. And that is creating a problem for Adeleke. no matter how you look at it, despite the Supreme Court directive or ruling that granted autonomy to the local governments, local government money is part of the things that governors use in running their state effectively. But in the case of Osun State, they are being denied that money. The issue is still in court between the Attorney General of the Federation and Osun State. So Adeleke does not even have enough resources to be able to execute projects to the level that he would love to do, so that the people of Osun can be hailing him, at least stand by him, so that he can be able to get re-elected by his good works. But financially, Abuja has cut off the pipeline through that of the local government. And look at what he's facing. You know, there was a time his Adeleke's cousin, so that's David Adeleke, Davido, they went to meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all that, with the father of Davido and all that. I said it in this channel that there is no way the speculation that Adeleke is going to go to APC will work. And what the First Lady did to him in that occasion of the 10th anniversary of the Ooni of Ife is an indication that the family is not interested in him joining the APC. I said it at that time, there is no way they are going to receive Adeleke into the APC, because the APC ticket for Osun State is already reserved for Tinubu's cousin, Adebola, who is now the Minister of Marine Economy, who is preparing with his own war chest to come and take over power next year. And blood is thicker than water. There's no way the Tinubus will abandon Adebola and support Adeleke to get second term, when it is in their best political interest that Adeleke remain in the political wilderness ahead of 2027. Why do I say this? Adeleke is in PDP, but PDP is in disarray. Right now, you don't even know the faction of PDP that will be acknowledged as the rightful one to issue confirmation of the candidacy of Adeleke. Because with what Nyesom Wike is doing at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and all the court cases that his people have instituted against the PDP, you can see the dilemma Adeleke is in. I really sympathize with him. Look at him. He is the Chief Security Officer of Osun State. He was celebrating the 10th anniversary of Ooni of Ife under his jurisdiction, if you like. But you can see the braggadocio by the First Lady, from what was interpreted, that he will switch off the phone, he will switch off the mic and all that. That to a sitting governor, the Chief Security Officer of a state. But it's an indication, it was the clearest message by the Tinubus that despite the overtures by the Adelekes to reach out, that they are reaching out is null and void as far as they are concerned. It's not going to work. And I can understand it, because Ademola Oyetola is a family. The Tinubus are not expected to dump their own and allow Adeleke to join APC and become the candidate. You can see that the Tinubus, they love everybody to defect, but they don't want Adeleke to defect to APC. Okay? Because his defecting means that he cannot be candidate of the party. Because the APC candidacy for the next election in Osun next year is reserved for Ademola Oyetola. Now, Where the problem of Adeleke is much more serious is because of the fact of the type of democracy we are running. Now, if the election in Osun is going to be free and fair and determined by Osun people may be able to show their anger against the state of the nation by voting against Oyetola because of what the APC has done nationally. Okay? They could, as a result of the general disaffection or dissatisfaction with the Tinubu administration, and say, we can't allow APC to return back to the state, and vote overwhelmingly against Oyetola. If the vote of the people will count, if the election is free and fair and people think in that direction. But if the coming election is not free, is not going to be free and fair, and is going to go to the highest bidder, where people are buying votes and doing all these things, all these shenanigans they do, that is where the problem for Adeleke will be. Because right now, Oyetola is standing on a strong ground. The first lady is with Oyetola. The president is with Oyetola. These two key figures being with Oyetola means that the INEC is with Oyetola. It means that the judiciary is with Oyetola. Already the judiciary is doing the work for Oyetola in the sense that they are frustrating the governor of Osun State, Adeleke, from accessing local government funds. The judiciary is doing that work perfectly, and they are favoring Oyetola. The security agencies are in the favor of Oyetola. Even when there was a temporary relief, when the courts recognized the local government chairman that was elected under Adeleke, there was no security agencies to enforce it, to take them to go and take over the secretariats. So you can see that the system is stacked against Adeleke. It will take a miracle for him to be re-elected, with the massive support the Tinubus have for one of their own. Okay? So, that being said, if the Osun people are to look at the whole thing and say, okay, our state is being used for political battle, and that we are happy with what Adeleke had been able to achieve with the little amount of resources that was available for him to do, since local government funds were not available for him to operate, that they are satisfied with him. He can return, can be re-elected if the election is free and fair. And if from the perception, because if you go and check Grok, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is having the lowest approval rate of any president in Nigeria's history at this time. So with his low approval rating, which is an indication that if a free and fair election is conducted in Nigeria today, that Tinubu cannot be re-elected. So, Osun State, their economy is no different from the economy of other Nigerians. They are feeling the scarcity. They are feeling the suffering. They are feeling the pain. They are feeling the poverty. They are feeling the insecurity. All that is bad about this government are also happening in Osun State. Given that kind of scenario, it is difficult for an APC candidate, be it a governorship candidate or anything, to be able to win election in Nigeria today. But you know how it happens in Nigeria. It may not totally be what people want. It is what the institution want. And the institution can easily do it when you don't have popular support. Is Adeleke having popular support If you are from Osun State and you see this video, please let's comment. Let's hear from you at the comment section. Has he performed? Are people saying good things about him to the level that in the grassroots in Osun State, he could be the person they want to continue? But if not, with what the first lady has demonstrated, and from what I have just told you about his sins against the Tinubus, there is no way he could be able to return unless in a free and fair election in which the Osun people speak loud and clear. And in that case, they must come out overwhelmingly to vote for him. Because like Donald Trump used to say, the reason he was not rigged out in the last election that was held in America, he said that my victory was too big to be rigged. So for Adeleke to win in Osun, he must have an overwhelming victory. No narrow escape. And the election, even the one that he won before, was a narrow one after all the shenanigans. So only a very wide margin victory. And that can only be possible if Adeleke is popular with Osun people. But if it is not, with what the president's wife just demonstrated, it is all over for Adeleke. If the election is conducted the way Nigerian elections are being conducted these days. That's my take. I don't know what to think about the scenes of Adeleke against the Tinubu family that makes it apparent that he's not likely to return next year as the governor of Osun State, and that the president's cousin, Ademola Oyetola, is about to stage a comeback. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.